Namaste. Good morning. Welcome to the Lighthouse. So I want to thank all of you for being here with me on Saturday morning. I know it's early. I know things have been really crazy just in the world. Things have been crazy in New York City, for those of you who are here with us in New York. And I just want to thank all of you for taking the time this Saturday morning to just be with us. So here to the left of me, or rather behind me, is the Great Compassionate Light. The Great Compassionate Light is the divine. All aspects of the divine come from this Great Compassionate Light. And this Great Compassionate Light is not one representation of the divine, but rather it's the source that all aspects of the divine come from, whether they are formless or in a form. This movement, the Golden Age movement, is very different from any religion or spiritual movement of any kind that you may have experienced in your life, in that we will never ask you to just believe in something or have faith in something. It's not about belief. It's not about faith. See, belief is in something that you have never experienced. You believe in something that you cannot see, you cannot feel, you cannot experience. So you just believe that it's there. It's abstract to you. Like most people believe in the divine or God, it's very abstract for them. It's a belief in something that they've never experienced, they've never seen, they've never actually known it. But this movement, the Golden Age movement, which exists internationally, all over the world, is rooted in experience, is rooted in giving people the tools, teaching them how to heal themselves, how to heal their lives, how to transform their own lives, and how to awaken their connection to that source, that divine source. That will guide them throughout their life. So that they can experience that divine grace, experience that divine presence, experience the hand of the divine every moment of every day of their life and all of the things in their life, the small things and the big things. Normally, only when something goes wrong in our life, we think about connecting to the divine. Maybe we lose our job, or things are going tough at work, or we're lacking money, wealth, or funds, or we're having problems in our relationship, or we've separated from someone. These are the times when we look for the divine, right? We don't ever think about the divine except for when we're in suffering, when we're in pain. But in actuality, you can live a completely different life. Your life will completely transform as you live and walk and talk with the divine alive inside of you. Now, I imagine to some people this may sound completely preposterous. How could I live with the divine? See, this is a lost knowledge. It's something that has existed in the universe for millions, billions of years. It's just that it's been lost. Only someone who has experienced such a thing could share that knowledge with you, could share that experience with you. Would you like to walk and talk with the divine? I think we all would. If you understood what that meant, the life that you could lead, you would want nothing else. So this great compassionate light behind me, we take energy from it. We take blessings from it, known as Diksha. Diksha is simply a transfer of energy from the divine. To take Diksha from the great compassionate light, you simply look into the light. Look into this image, this representation of the great compassionate light, and simply ask the great compassionate light to enter into your heart as a light and spread throughout your body. So we're going to do this now. You can look into the light and ask the great compassionate light to enter into your heart. And see this great compassionate light spreading throughout your body. Ask the divine to enter into your heart, to make a home in your heart, to become alive in your heart. And see this great compassionate light spreading throughout your body. Just to visualize the light spreading throughout your body and filling you with the presence of the divine. Move your awareness to your heart, keeping your eyes closed. Place your right hand on your heart and just feel what's in your heart. Allow yourself to feel whatever is in your heart. Don't try to understand it or move away from it. Just allow yourself to embrace any physical feelings in your heart. Feel deep inside of your heart. Allow yourself to move deep within your heart. We're always moving away from what we feel in our heart, running away from it. Move deep into your heart. Ask the great compassionate light to heal your heart. You can gently open your eyes. So today we're going to do a very simple meditation, but a very powerful meditation called Nadi Shodhana Pranayama. That's Nadi Shodhana Pranayama. It's simply a breathing exercise. You don't need to remember the name. This breathing exercise is very, very powerful. It increases your energy and actually balances the right and left side hemispheres of your brain. It allows for more oxygen to enter your brain, increasing your energy and moving you into a very peaceful and balanced state of mind. It's very simple. You take your index finger and middle finger and you place it at between your eyebrows, just to sort of center yourself. And then you use your third finger, or rather your fourth finger, your ring finger, to obstruct your left side nostril so that you can inhale from the right side, like this. Once you inhale from the right side, you will exhale from the left side. So you will release your fourth finger and exhale from the opposite side. The side from which you exhale, you will then inhale from. And then again, exhale to the opposite side. So it's an alternate breathing. So for example, I'll show again. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So you're inhaling from one side of your nose and exhaling to the other. Is that clear? If you have any questions, you can post them in the chat. But it's pretty simple, I think. Again, you close off one side of your nose and inhale. Close off that side and exhale through the opposite side. Then inhale to the side in which you've exhaled from. And exhale through the opposite side. Is that clear? Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So inhale through one side, exhale through the other. Then inhale through the same side and exhale through the other. Alternate breathing. This will bring oxygen directly to the right side of your brain and then directly to the left side of your brain. So let's begin. Be sure you're breathing deeply from your diaphragm. All inhalations and exhalations should be through your nose and not your mouth. Your back should be straight and you should be sitting in a comfortable position. Continue to breathe. Continue to breathe. This meditation should be done in the morning when you wake up, and you will have energy throughout the entire day. It's so, so powerful. So you can relax your hands now. This recording will be available after the class is over, so you can review the meditation as well as today's topic. So today's topic is love. What is love? Why do we crave love? Why do we attract the relationships that we do? The experiences that we do in those relationships? And what truly is love? See, we all have an idea of what is love. This idea comes from our conditioning. Our conditioning is simply what we've seen and heard and have been exposed to in our life. For example, however our parents taught us growing up to be loved, we believe that this is love. For example, if growing up your parents tell you, showing and displaying love is about hugging one another. You learn to hug. You learn to show your love by hugging. But if your parents were not very physical, and maybe they showed their love by constantly criticizing you, then you would also develop this habit. That whenever you wanted to help someone improve because you love them, you would criticize them. You should do this. Why aren't you doing that? You're not doing this. You're not doing that. We simply learn by example. As human beings, we learn by example. So, if we're taught that love is when a man and woman feels lust for one another, then this is what we'll believe. This is what love will mean to us. So every time we see someone, we find them attractive in some way, maybe physically or energetically or intellectually. If there's something about them that attracts us or we feel lust toward them, depending on your conditioning, you will believe this is what love is. That's why each and every one of us has a different definition or understanding of what is love or how to express love, of what is a relationship or how to be in a relationship. It's simply coming from our idea of what is love, our ideas of what is a relationship. It's coming from our conditioning. For example, if you go to a therapist here in the United States and you're married or in a relationship, the first thing they'll ask you is, are you sleeping together? Oh, if you're not, there's a problem. This is how they define, through their conditioning, what is a healthy relationship. But obviously, there are many people in your life which you love, which you're not interacting in this way with. Our parents love us. Our friends love us. Our teachers love us. Our neighbors love us. And a lot of youths are very, very confused about the difference between love and lust. See, what happens is when our energy is in the lower energy centers, the lower chakras, they call them chakras. Chakras are energy centers in our body. When the energy is stuck in the lower energy centers, we only feel lust. Such a person would only feel to engage in lustful activities. They are very stuck in addiction to drugs and smoking. They want to feel euphoria. They're stuck in that energy of craving pleasure. They're stuck in pleasure-seeking activities like lust and drugs and drinking, these kinds of things. It's actually coming from our level of consciousness. It's not that I'm saying one is bad and one is good. I'm saying become aware of your current state. Become aware of the level of consciousness in which you're living, in which you're experiencing. Because until you become aware of your level of consciousness, until you become aware of the consciousness in which you're living, how can you transform your consciousness? You must first become aware of where you are in your life in order to move forward. If you're applying for a job, you need to be aware of what step in the process you are to move forward. For example, you don't go to the interview without knowing the address and bringing your resume and dressing properly, knowing who you're going to speak with or meet with. It's simple. You need to know where you are in order to move forward. And for this, you simply need to be authentic with yourself. You simply need to look at yourself and ask yourself, where am I? How am I feeling throughout the day? Is my consciousness such that I'm feeling lust and fear and pleasure seeking most of the time, or suffering, anger, or hurt? Or is it my consciousness such that I'm feeling divine love and I'm feeling the presence of the divine most of the time? Only you can know that, right? See, being authentic with yourself is important because this kind of work is something you have to do for yourself. Know for yourself. The work has to be done inside of yourself. We simply give you the tools. This is an experiential path. We give you the tools, but you have to do the work. The work happens on your own. It's like a teacher giving you a book. If you don't read the book, you won't know anything. You won't learn anything. Similarly, if you don't use the tools to look at yourself inside and see where you are and grow, then you will never grow. You could listen to me give this talk every day for your entire life. But if you're not holistically using all of the tools, you will not grow and transform in consciousness. Because information is not what transforms your consciousness. Simply hearing me tell you, oh, you should transform in consciousness, that doesn't transform you in consciousness. You must look inside of yourself and see, where am I right now? Where am I in my life? What am I feeling? What am I experiencing in my life? How am I feeling inside of my heart? This is an inward journey. You have to constantly be looking at yourself. See, first you must understand that every experience and person that you attract in your life is a reflection of what you're feeling inside. So you must look inside and experience what is there. As you look inside and experience what is there, healing takes place. It's that simple. If you simply look inside and be with what is there, healing takes place. As that healing takes place, and you become lighter and emptier, As you start to feel the divine presence, as you connect to the divine presence, you will connect to and attract divine experiences in your life. The people that you will meet in your life the experiences that will come into your life will be divine in nature. So you simply have to ask yourself, what am I doing in my life to transform my life? Am I waking up every morning and doing meditation? Am I doing pranayama or pranakriya? Am I connecting to the great compassionate light and asking the divine to awaken in my heart? Am I talking to the divine every day and telling the divine, here's what's happening in my life. Here is where I need help. Or are you only going to the divine when things are bad? Or when you remember, or when it's convenient, when you can pencil in the divine? These are things you have to know for yourself. How much time are you giving to the divine? How much time are you giving to help others move toward the divine? We call that satkarma, or service, seva. How many times a day do you try to help someone else move toward the divine? Do you share a meditation with them? Do you help them better their life? Think about it. What kind of people do you want in your life? The kind of people who help you better your own life, isn't it? Think about it. Similarly, what you want for yourself, others want for themselves. The more you connect to the presence of the divine, the stronger that presence becomes within you, the more you will attract divine experiences and people who connect to the divine. So let's get back to our topic. What is love? Now that we understand why we attract the people that we do and the experiences that we do into our life, the question is, we know what love is not. Love is not lust. Love is not ownership, saying, I own this person. No one else can talk to this person, hug this person, be with this person, know this person. We're in a relationship with someone. Someone kisses the person on the cheek and we're feeling so much jealousy. We want to own the person, possess the person. We only want them to be with us. They're our friend. We only want them to be our friend. We want them to tell us their secrets, not share with anybody else. We want to keep them for ourselves. This is not love. Possession is not love. Ownership is not love. Lust is not love. Most of us, we don't feel whole by ourselves. We feel lonely. How many of you feel lonely sometimes? When we're alone, or sometimes there are people around, but still we feel lonely inside, disconnected. We feel that we need someone to love us. Why do we feel this way? Did we ever stop to ask ourselves, why do I need someone else to love me? Why do I not feel whole in and of myself? So we have this void inside of us, this loneliness. So we need to have someone around us. We say, well, I love you. I need you to be here. Your parents, your friends, your spouses, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whoever, your neighbor. Well, I love them, so I want them to be near me. I feel lonely when they're not there. See, that is also not love. It's that you feel a void inside, You feel an emptiness inside, and you want to fill that void. You want to fill that emptiness with someone else. That's the truth. Because it's too painful to look at. It's too painful to see and realize that we feel lonely when we're by ourselves. That feeling like everything is dragging and we feel alone. We feel so, so lonely. Where do you think this loneliness comes from? This emptiness, this feeling that we need to fill ourselves with someone else. Close your eyes for a moment and think about it. Why do you feel lonely? Why do you need someone to love you? So why don't you go ahead and put in the chat why you think we're lonely? What do you think the answer is? Why do you think we feel lonely? Why do you think we have this need for love inside of us? What's the reason? Why do we spend our entire life needing someone else to fill this void? Where is this void coming from? Anyone care to take a crack at the answer? Put it in the chat. Very good, Savvy. She told you all the answer. She didn't even give you a chance. Yes. You feel lonely because you're experiencing what is called separate existence. Separate existence is the suffering of mankind because we are disconnected from our divine. When your divine presence is with you, you do not feel this anymore. I think we feel this very strongly when we're teenagers. I remember being in college and feeling this deep sense of loneliness, this great need to find someone to make me happy, to make me whole, to be with me, to love me. But no matter where you go and who you meet, then the mind gets involved. The mind has all these expectations of people. Well, you need to be like this. You need to treat me like this. You need to speak like this. You need to behave like this. You need to look this way, act this way, make me feel this way. There's all of these stipulations. And yes, those stipulations and exceptions are not love, because love is not with exception. Love should be unconditional. True love, or real love, divine love, is an unconditional, causeless love. There's no reason for it. It's a feeling where divine love fills you and overcomes you, and you just feel love for everyone and everything. Such a person is compassionate and loving and naturally forgives others, because blame doesn't exist in their consciousness. They're not able to blame another. They just feel compassion. A wonderful example of this is when Jesus walked on the earth. He was a compassionate human being that felt and experienced divine love. See, when you're experiencing divine love, you're so overwhelmed with love. There's no judgment. Judgment doesn't exist. We're constantly judging others. We go into a relationship and we're constantly judging others based on our conditioning, telling them that they're either good or they're bad, constantly testing them to see if they're showing us enough love or meeting all of our demands and expectations. And when they don't, we're angry. And then we create hurt. We tell them, well, you're not doing this and you're not doing that. They're not meeting all of your expectations, but that's not love. You're not hugging me enough. You're not spending enough time with me. You're not paying enough attention to me. Or I don't feel the spark. You know, all the movies we watch, it's all about the spark. Well, I don't feel the spark. It's all nonsense. Complete fabricated nonsense. It's all conditioning. It's all ideas that mislead us and give us an idea of what love is supposed to be. But it's so misguided. If there is not divine love, then you have never truly experienced love in your life. And divine love comes only from the presence of the. So few people in the world have experienced divine love. But you can experience it, all of you. You simply need to connect with the divine and ask the divine to give you the experience of divine love. So take a moment and close your eyes and ask the divine to give you the experience of divine love. Move your awareness to your heart and visualize a bright golden light entering into your heart. And ask this bright golden light to fill your heart with divine love. To fill you with the presence of the divine. When the divine is with you, you do not feel lonely. When the divine is with you, there is just peace and love. Such a person would never feel lonely. See, we're always looking for love in the wrong places. Only the divine can truly make you happy and fill you with love. When you realize this, everything begins to change. See the divine presence filling you completely. See your entire body being filled with a bright golden light. As you become filled with the presence of the divine, very naturally, people will all move toward you because they will feel this love. They will feel this presence of the divine. And this divine love is so bright. It's so warm. Nothing compares to it. I know a young man that everywhere he goes, people just flock to him. Women and children and animals. Because the divine presence is so strong. The divine love is there. The compassion is there. And the people feel it. He's never been able to not help someone in need, simply because the divine inside of him is so compassionate, has so much love. He cannot not help them. See this bright can give to you. Ask the divine to flow through you. Fully and completely. Ask the divine to fill you with this divine love, to penetrate the cells in your body with divine love and the presence of the divine, so that you are an embodiment of the divine. So that you no longer feel separate anymore. When you're ready, you can very gently open your eyes. I'd like to invite all of you to join us for a very special process happening on April 26th. It's a Sunday. This process is led by one of the monks of Golden Age via video conferencing in India. If you'd like to purchase a ticket, you can visit our website, goldenageny.com. We've posted it in the chat for you. If you are unemployed or out of work for any reason, please reach out to us via email or text. We have scholarships available for those who are under financial distress. So please just ask. We want everybody to join the course. Invite your friends, your family members, your neighbors, your colleagues. We want as many people as possible during these very trying and stressful times in the world to experience this one-day course that is truly a gift to experience from the comfort of your own home. Again, if you're under financial distress, just reach out to us and we'd be happy to help. For those of you who want to go deeper into learning and maybe even share this work with others, there's a 3-day process also taught by the monk, the Golden Age monk Tejasa, and it will also be virtual this year. It's really something special. If you want to move into a higher state of consciousness and transform, you definitely want to join this course. If you'd like to join our WhatsApp group for information on free workshops and classes that happen nationally all over, not just by the Golden Age New York teachers, but there are also other teachers as well that post their live events. You can join our WhatsApp group. Just shoot us over an email or a text and we'll have you added. Our email address is in the chat, goldenagemovementnyc@gmail.com. You can find us every Saturday here live on YouTube at 10 a.m. And tomorrow there's a special event that will be done by the monk on the Golden Age Movement YouTube channel at 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which would be 10 p.m. Pacific Time or 11 p.m. Mountain Time. You can also join us for daily meditations and prayers. They're free community events via Zoom. The links are posted in our WhatsApp chat. So again, if you want to keep abreast with our weekly and daily community events, many of which are free of charge, you'll want to join our WhatsApp group. Our WhatsApp group is basically where we join as a community and we post prayers. We pray for one another, as well as share event information and free videos of different types of workshops from myself, from former monk Doug, as well as videos from the founders of this movement, Amma and Bhagwan. So there's a lot of good information there in the community group. We hope that you join our community group to pray and share energy in the world with us. Lastly, if you enjoyed this workshop or you'd like to support this work, feel free to donate at our PayPal link. It's also located in the chat. It's paypal.me/Aditi Rewa. That's paypal.me/Aditi Rewa, if you so feel inclined. So all of the information that I just mentioned is in the chat. Our website, Golden Age NY, our email, goldenagemovementnyc@gmail.com, our Facebook group, Golden Age Movement NY, and of course, reach out to us to join our WhatsApp chat. Have a blessed day, and we hope to see you in our daily meditations tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Blessings to you. Goodbye.